Hariom children, in this video I'll show you another experiment. In this experiment I'll show you how to find the value of G, means oscillation due to gravity, by using the simple pendulum. So before start of the experiment I'll show you the apparatus required in this experiment. So let's see. So children, this is the vertical stand. This is the meter scale, 100 centimeter meter scale, you can see, and this one is the pendulum, and this is the thread, and this is the stop clock. This side key, when I'll press off it will start. Again when I'll press down then stop. Now this key is used to again bring the hand of the clock to its original position. Understood how to use the stop clock? So now we'll start the experiment. So before start of the experiment we should know the formula. G is equal to 4 pi square L by T square, where L is the effective length, T is the time period, time taken for one oscillation, G is the oscillation due to gravity, pi value you know 3.14. So L is the effective length. Effective length means here this bob I have to keep here. From here effective length means from the point of suspension of the thread to the center of the bob. Center of the bob means we have to add the radius of the bob plus the length of the thread from the point of suspension. So to find the radius of the bob, already in the first video I have explained to you how to find the radius of the bob by using the vernier caliper. So here I have calculated the radius of the pendulum or the bob. How to find? First we have to find the MSR. In the first video I have explained to you. Then vernier coincidence, then least count, then vernier scale reading, then total MSR plus BSR in centimeter. So I have calculated it, and the total we have to add all these values, MSR plus BSR, then the mean we have to find, then the radius is, this is you got the mean is the diameter, so radius is equal to 1.85 by 2, it will be 0.9267 centimeter. So it is approximately equal to 0.93 centimeter. So when we will take the effective length, that times we have to take any length from 100 to 10, within that any length we can take. So for my convenience I am taking 50 centimeter. So 50 centimeter effective length I will take, means here the radius already you got 0.93. so the length of the thread, that means the length of the thread, suppose the effective length is equal to radius of the bob plus length of the thread. So radius of the bob you got 0.93 plus length of the thread, here suppose I am taking, this is not known to you, is equal to, suppose this length I am taking 50 centimeter. So implies length of the thread is equal to 50 minus 0.93, it is equal to your 49.07. so approximately we can take it as 49.1 centimeter. So this length we have to measure from the meter scale. So here you see how I am measuring. So here I kept the pendulum, from the hook of the pendulum I have to measure 49.1. so here this is 49, then 49.1 I have marked with the marker pen. 49.1, here you can see I am marking 49.1. then suppose I want to take 40 centimeter, the effective length. So subtracting the radius, the length of the thread will be 40 minus 0.93, so it becomes 39.07 or 39.1. so here I am marking. Then suppose I want to take, after that 50, 40, then 30, so it should be 29.1 is here. I have marked with the marker pen Now I will start the experiment. How I will start? First I will tie this thread in the stand. See? So children, now the pendulum is its mean position. Now I will displace the pendulum to any side. When I will display it, it will oscillate. So what is one oscillation? So suppose I will displace to here. So from here, when I will start here, then it will go to the other side. Again return back to this side. It is completing one oscillation. So like this I will take 10 oscillation and the time I will record there in the stop clock. So now I am starting here. So here you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I will record the time. What is the time now? We'll see. It is showing here. You can see this is 15 seconds, 15. Then after that it will show 16, 17. So 17 seconds it is showing. So I am writing here for 10 oscillation the time taken here 17 seconds. Now again I will take for 40 oscillation. Now I will take the effective length 40 cm. Already now I have taken 50 cm effective length. Now next effective length I am taking 40 cm. Here I already have marked the marker pen. There only I am taking. Now here again we will start oscillating for 40 cm effective length. What is the time taken? We have to record in the stop clock. So now I am starting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the time now will measure. What is the time taken? Here you see. Here it is showing. Here 14 seconds showing. Clear? Not 14. Clearly you have to see 15. Then 14, then 13. On 13 the reading is coming. So 13 seconds. I am writing here in the tabulation sheet 13 seconds. Now for 30 centimeter we have to take. 30 centimeter already we have marked here. So again I am keeping the thread on this 30 centimeter mark. Now I have kept. Now again we have to take the reading. The original position I have to pin. So now we have to start again 30 centimeter the effective length. Now 10 oscillation we have to take. What is the time taken we have to record in the stop clock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So time now we have to see for 30 centimeter effective length. Time is here. It will be here 15, then 14, 13, 12, 11. So at 11 centimeter and 11 second coming. So here the time taken 11 second. Now we will calculate in the tabulation sheet. So now I have recorded the reading here for 50 centimeter effective length. The time for 10 oscillation 17 second, for 40 centimeter 13 second, for 30 centimeter 11 second. So now we have to calculate the time taken for one oscillation. This is for 10 oscillation. For one oscillation it will be 1.7, and here for one oscillation it will be 1.3, and this is for one oscillation 1.1. Understood the reading? The unit you have to write. Then here for one oscillation you got time t. Now t square, the square we have to find. 1.7 square is 2.89. Second square unit already written here. 1.3 square is 1.69, and 1.1 square is 1.21. Now we have to, what we will do? Then L by T square we have to find. This is the L effective length and this is T square. So 50 you have to now find 50 divided by 2.89, so it becomes 17.30. 17.30. Now like this, 40 divided by 1.69, 40 divided by 1.69, so it is coming 23.66. Now for 30 centimeter, the time taken for 10 oscillation 11 seconds. So 1 oscillation 1.1 second. So t square it will be 1.1 square 1.21. Now L by t square. So 30 by 1.21. So 30 divided by 1.21. So we are getting 24.79. 24.79. So L by t square you got 3 readings. Now you have to take the mean. So 17.30 plus 23.66 plus 24.79 we have to add and divided by 3 to get the mean. So you have to add here 17.30 plus 23.66 plus 24.79. When we add, we'll get 65.75 divided by 3. So we'll get 65.75 divided by 3. We'll get 21.91. 21.91. Now you put the value of L by t square here in the formula. G is equal to 4 pi square L by t square. So 4 pi value is 3.14 square into L by 2 square you got 21.91. Now you have to add, multiply. So 4 into 3.14 into 3.14 into 21.91. So we'll get 864.09 centimeter per second square, or averagely we can write 864 centimeter per second square. So this is the value of G we'll get. So now children understood how to get the value of G using the simple pendulum. Now you have to write it in your physics practical copy. In the PDF form I will send this tabulation sheet and you have to write it. Okay, in this experiment this marks. Thank you.